When doing this type of research, you also want to talk to semi-passive owners. You want to talk to full-time owners just to compare notes. In a semi-passive style business, obviously you're going to have more costs because if there is that general manager in place, there may be an additional salary, additional payroll that you have to factor into your item 7, which is going to be your first 90 days of operation. So what is that salary? With payroll expenses and taxes and everything else that gets added to the mix. And I encourage everyone, regardless of what they're leaning towards, look at both options as far as a pro forma, putting together the numbers. Number one, on the investment, and that's, again, the item 7 in the franchise disclosure document. But that pro forma is essentially estimating sales and then your costs on a monthly basis, so you know exactly what your break even is. If it's $10,000 a month, you need to exceed $10,000 to make any profit, covering your costs, your marketing, if there's a rent, all your expenses when it comes to payroll, staff, and things like that. I encourage you to run a side by side. Instead of paying that general manager, operations manager, we'll call it a $75,000 salary, you could pay yourself that salary, being able to leave your employer and run the business full time. Things to think about. Always encourage you to spend the extra time and always create a full-time and part-time pro forma to see which works out, and you kind of have different scenarios. You'll need those scenarios as well should you decide to leave your job at a later point in time, to kind of figure out, is that going to be 6 months? Is it going to be 12? Again, these are just pro formas that you're creating. Things could change. The business could scale faster than expected or the opposite. So keep that in mind, but at least you have some numbers. You may just have a revenue goal of $25,000 a month, averaging 20%, and you know that you need to hit that number in order to leave your job, and so be it. That's the goal you add to the wall and proceed.
Having the money is only half the battle. You need a partner on the ground. Next, we reveal the secret to a manage the manager relationship that doesn't ruin your lunch hour.